Welcome to day 429 of our DSO journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DSOFi. And yesterday was kind of a slow Saturday, leading into a very boring news day, I guess you could say. There's been a little bit of news that we are going to talk about. We're going to cover some stuff that's going on with DAODAO. DAODAO's been exciting, so like everything else might have been a little boring, but DAODAO's been exciting to follow. So DAODAO, remember the public funding round one will launch on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and also at this exact same time will be the public opening of the beta version of DAODAO. So starting Wednesday at 3 p.m., the entire public will have access to DAODAO. They'll have access to buy DAO coins. They'll have access to buy Overcloud DAO coins, Supernovas DAO coins, any of the DAO's DAO coins. So this is exciting. It's going to be interesting to see what the public's reaction to DAODAO is. I think there's going to be a lot of positive reactions, positive reviews. I'm looking forward to it. Remember, round one of the funding is going to try and raise $100,000. The DAO has already risen, rose. I believe it's a little bit over $1 million. So they're trying to raise another 10%. But the price is going to be higher. The price is going to be the midpoint between the bid and the ask at the time round one opens up, and that price keeps going up, which is really interesting.
They really have a really solid plan in place that almost forces the price to go up. And the way this is happening, it's definitely going to benefit. I don't want to say definitely, but it appears that it will almost certainly benefit those who bought the NFTs. The price is already at 5 or 6 times the price that we all bought those NFTs for. There's little selling because people realize that the bonding curve should be pushing the price up, especially if there's more demand coming in, which I think there will be. So I think this is well thought out. The DAO voted on the midpoint. Of course, it appears that's what's going to be the actual way of going about things. And I don't know. I mean, we could be sitting here Wednesday and the price of a DAO coin could be like 12 and a half cents or even more, depending on where we start the bonding curve. And that's
Or
only for
or
the next
somebody
100,000.
could sell right before the round one opens and crash the price. So
Right.
we don't want to predict anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think the dynamics at play, it's going to make things interesting for sure. We're going to be able to follow it and see it in real time, see like what exactly happens in those final few minutes before it opens up. And then that's where the price of the Dow coin is going to open. And then it goes up 10% for every $10,000 that is invested along the bonding curve. Now, if there's people willing to sell for less than that, then I believe DAO will direct potential buyers to the secondary market. So it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, will they sell out that $100,000, or will there be enough sellers to equalize the demand, and people will buy on the secondary market instead of along the bonding curve? I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and then those are some interesting dynamics, because if that starts happening, then does the DAO decide to lower the price of round one? Like if the price just keeps falling, and I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see, because we do have that bonding curve. So if it opens up at let's say 5 cents, I believe the bonding curve will take it all the way up to 12 and a half cents or so by the time $100,000 is hit. So, I mean, there's some really interesting dynamics at play here. It's going to be fun to watch and see how it unfolds.
Yeah, I don't think we've really seen anything like it before. So there's not really anything to base a model off of. Uh, it's possible people will sell at the last minute, drive the launch price of the round two down, and then maybe the excitement for the uh for the round would kind of fade. But I don't see that happening. I think the excitement's there, and I think there's new people learning about DAO. At least I see that in the Discord, and I see it elsewhere that there's people that didn't get in on NFTs finding out about DAO and are interested, and they're going to be able to buy it with Ethereum and Solana, and I think that's big as well.
Yeah, and like Brian said, it appears as though the price is going to be opening up in round one at the midpoint of the bid and the ask. That's because the Dow took a vote, and currently that option, the market mid price right before round one opens, is the top vote with 79.52%. There's been, I believe, 98 votes, which represent 21.36% of the coins.
which isn't
So
much.
it isn't much. So I mean, there's still 78.7% of the coin votes remaining. So people might come in and vote at the last minute too and change the dynamics of how this is going to work, and maybe we'll start at the original 1.1 cent. I mean, that's possible. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen, but anything's possible.
Yeah, and I think from a if you're a DAO coin holder, I think most are voting in their self-interest, and their self-interest would probably be not to raise at a 1.1 cent or whatever 0.0011 DSO price, because you're bringing in less money per dilution level. So I mean, you're gonna want to sell really at the highest price, I think, and you don't want to put it too high. You don't want to put it at one DSO and not get any funds. So I think the market price makes sense from a DAO coin holder's perspective. If you haven't bought any DAO coins yet and you're an outsider and you wish you did, then of course the 0.0011 DSO option would be best for you.
Or if
But
you
you don't
haven't
have a vote,
purchased, you wish you purchased more, you might want that. Or
right?
maybe you sold some as the price went up,
Right.
not realizing that it was going to open up at the midpoint, the mid price, and you want
Which
to
we admittedly
have.
did for with about 20 to 25% of our holdings, but it was kind of it was kind of coins we intended to flip around anyway. So we're happy with our holdings.
And we might buy more. I don't know. We're not ruling anything out. We might buy more before round one or during round one. We're waiting to see. But yeah, like let me cover some of the stats. So right now, there's 1,516 holders of the DAO coin. Uh, the market capital is sitting at about $5.9 million, which is up, like Brian said, like 5.9%, 590% over the price that NFT holders paid. And there's a supply of about 94 million coins out there. So, I mean, that's exciting. In the last 24 hours, we've seen the price of a DAO, single DAO coin. That's a lot of DAOs. DAO coin range between 4.3 and about 6.4 cents. It's right now, as we record this video, the ask is at 6.5 cents and the bid is at 6 cents. So we're right about 6.25 cents as far as the mid price goes. It's going to be interesting. It's exciting times for the crypto world, exciting times for the DAO community.
Yeah, and as I said in the previous show, I think yesterday, the number that stands out most is the market cap to me. Right now it's currently at like $5.9 million. Now, like this is not investment advice at all, but if there was a venture capitalist out there looking to invest into DAO, I think the valuation would be higher than $5.9 million based on the cash they have on hand, everything that's going on, the coding that went into it, the uniqueness of the company or the DAO, if you want to call it that. I think that it would be it will be much greater than $5.9 million. And I have like a valuation brain. So I'm constantly thinking like, what would this be valued before I invest into something? And right now I would say it's undervalued in my mind, but we don't know what's going to happen. And we don't know, like, maybe it's going to flop out of the gate. So I don't want to just get people excited for nothing. But in my mind, I think it's undervalued.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at a typical seed round for a venture capitalist, this typical seed round for a company is usually around $2 to $6 million or so. But that seed round is for a very small portion of the company. So the valuation in a seed round would be much higher, like probably at least 10 to 20 fold, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing seed rounds coming in at anywhere from like 10, 20 up to like 50 or even $100 million in valuation. And these companies don't have revenue. They don't have any pre cash on hand, maybe a little bit. And they don't have that. Well, I don't want to say that. Many of them do have unique products. So I just think that you just got to evaluate the situation, evaluate the DAO, look at it as a company, and look at the future revenue streams, the future growth prospects, what's coming in. You're going to probably have DSO advertising it. So I think it's all positives for DAO in that respect.
Yeah. So why don't we move on? I mean, sort of move on. Kitty 4D pointed something out that was really interesting yesterday, Brian.
Yeah, so Kitty 4D pointed out that there's a kind of a security flaw. There was a security flaw in DAODAO. Email addresses were basically not securely being stored. So if you knew somebody's public key, if you knew our public key, which anybody could get anybody's public key by just going to their profile, you could thus find out their email address on DAODAO. So she expressed this concern on DSO. Malsify replied, and he said the issue has been fixed. Kitty 4D said she was surprised. She didn't expect it to be corrected so quickly. But I just want to commend the team for quickly fixing things. It was definitely a security issue. Not everybody wants their email addresses known. I mean, for us, I don't care. It's an email address I share with everybody. But there's some people that use email addresses that they might not want to be known public, and there's plenty of private accounts that they didn't want, they want to remain anonymous, so that leaking could be an issue. So thanks Kitty 4D, thanks Malsified and DAO team for correcting this.
Yeah, I mean, emails. You don't want email spam bots to get a hold of your email address. So it's definitely a good thing to shut that off before too many people come in. I think it points out why we launched in private beta too, because we need people like Kitty 4D to come along and find bugs, find mistakes, correct things before it's opened up to the public in beta, and then before it's opened up out of beta, which could be weeks or months away.
Yeah. Yeah, so also Supernovas, they of course have a DAO and DAO. They're raising funding to continue to expand their operations on DSO and on other chains as well. And they put forth a roadmap of what's to come and what they plan on doing over the course of the next several months, I assume. And I'll just quickly read off the list of things they're working on. They're working on collection minting, so you'll be able to make collections, I guess, in one fell swoop. Uh, they're going to have collection and DAO profiles with access gated group chats. So you're going to be able to have kind of chats, I guess, like Discord around some of the collections, the DAO profiles. Community apps they're going to be launching, DAO pre-sale through NFT sale as a feature. They're going to have a For You feed, improved discovery of NFTs, and on-chain DAO coin exchange. So you're going to be able to do DAO coin exchanges, just like you're allowed to do on DAO. So lots happening with Supernovas. Of course, they're raising capital via the DAO. So if you want a piece of that, you can go to DAO and buy in.
Yeah, it's great. It's exciting to see all these DAOs come out and like put out a roadmap, so some of the investors, I guess I should say DAO buyers, potential DAO buyers, can kind of see like what they're in store for if they do buy into a certain DAO. So it's great
Yeah,
to see
I had
stuff
to
like
commend
this.
Supernovas because I think they put out a really thorough kind of tokenomics sheet explaining like how people are going to earn from their DAO investment, just the mechanisms that are at work. I think that's really important. So if you're launching a DAO as a business, you need to do that. You need to let people know the stuff they need to know to make fundamental decisions about the purchase of the DAO coin. Otherwise, they don't understand what they're getting, and they're likely not going to want to buy into the DAO.
Yeah, exactly. And what were the top hashtags for the last 24 hours, Brian?
So number one was DSO, followed by NFT, crypto, photography, and finally DAO. So DAO is still up there.
Yeah, I think data has been up there for 3 of the last 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. So it's creeping in there and it's holding steady.
Yeah. So the top diamond earners over the last 24 hours, according to Altumbase. Thanks, Nikolai, for providing this list via your website every day. It's valuable for sure. Number one was KO Amhi, followed by Krasenstein Us, followed by Sean Slater, The Devil, Happy Rabbit, Elgin, Riga, It's Aditya, Al Owipiet, and Oim Longs. Uh, it's
Congratulations.
a lot of names up there. We've been seeing a lot.
Yeah, a lot of these people are earning diamonds on a daily basis. So congratulations to all of you guys, and uh, keep it up. There's one community event today. It's not really a DSO community event, but it involves some DSO people. Connect.club Music Festival. It has 30 musical performances, 3 hours of fun, wearables, NFTs, and music. Michelle Lord's going to be a big part of this. Michelle Lord's a DSO OG. She's talking about it a lot on DSO, so definitely check that out if you have time today. Michelle Lord posted a link on her profile. And I think that's all the news we have for today. It's, like I said, it's a bit of a slow day, but it's fun watching DAODAO, and I think it's going to be super fun watching it throughout the beginning of the week and throughout Wednesday. And we'll see,
For sure.
does DAODAO sell out in the $100,000 funding round? What do you think,
I'm
Brian?
excited. I'm
Think it'll
excited to
sell
see. I
out
think it
within
will.
24 hours?
I think it will. We'll see.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. And we'll talk to everybody tomorrow.